we're doing percent problems here. And I'm gonna go with the percent over 100 equals is over of, because it works in all three styles of problems. And I will encourage you to recognize that just because you might know how to do 1.56 times 660 and get that one does not mean you know how to do all the percent problems. So you can't say, I already know percents and go with that. I would recommend that you learn this method, or at least find a way to work with all the types that come up. But here's what we've got. We've got 494 is what percent of 760? And at the end of 760, I see that I work my way back from the 760 to of. And that helps me understand where each of these values is going to go. Because I've got my percent over 100 equals is over of. So I'm going to have my percent over 100 equals is over of. 100's locked in. 494 goes with is. Percent over 100 equals is. That's for my 494. The of is 760. Percent over 100 equals is over of 760. And the one thing I don't know is this percent. You can put W, you can put P, I'll put W, and we'll look for what W equals. Now in this type of proportion, I need to divide by 760. So what I'm going to come out of here with is, if the bottom is 760, the top will involve 100 being multiplied by 494. And therefore I'll multiply the 2 on the top and divide by the bottom number. So 100 times 494, then to be divided by 760. 65. Now I came out of there with a percentage of 65. When I have 65 as my percent, that means I have the new one is smaller than what the old one is coming from. So now I got 65 for my percent. The is of 494 with the larger of it came from. That is correct. I went in the proper direction. We go percent over 100 equals is over of. Again. What goes with is. 660 in this case goes with of. So the what, the thing that I don't know is the is. Percent over 100 equals is, that's what I don't know. And I see my of 660, percent over 100 equals is over of 660. The percent is left to be 156. And in this case, I'm looking for W equals, I'm dividing by 100 here. See if I'm going to divide by 100, because diagonally from my missing value, diagonally through the equal sign, I see 100. So the denominator will be 100. Numerator is made up of 156 and 660 getting multiplied together. Let's turn it on. Let's see. 156 times 660 equals that, and I'll divide by 100. Come out of here with 1029.6. Let's see. Percent is 156, which means my new number that I'm making is larger than the old of number. I got 102.96, which is larger than the old of 660. It seems I'm going in the proper direction again. Percent over 100 equals is over of. $115 goes with is. Coming back from the question mark, I see of what? So when I go through, I got my 115 is. Percent over 100 equals is. There's my 115 over of. Now I have my red of goes for what goes for of. Percent over 100 equals is over of, where I don't know it. And my percent is 20%. I'm going to divide here by 20. So I'm dividing by the 20, multiplying 100 by 115. 115 in either order, must be divided by 20. 575. Now my percentage is 20, so my is number is way smaller, or at least it is smaller than my of number. My is number is 115, the other of should be bigger, and I got 575, so that's great. Interest is going to equal your principal times your interest rate times the number of payments, which some people call T, and is the number of years that you're paying it. Therefore, the interest will be bringing along the 2,000 for the dollars of what you're borrowing, times the interest rate of 5%, which is 5 over 100, or 0.05, that's fine, but not 0.05 over 100. Multiply that by 3 years, and we'll get the dollars total for interest that we're going to have here. And I can even use my fraction key if I choose. Fraction means divide, so anyway, 2,000 times 5 ABC 100, and then times 3 years, $300. So you also have to pay back the 2,000. So at the end of that time, you'll have paid back 2,300. How much did I borrow if you paid back 4,216 total? Now what 4,216 is equal to, his total, is going to be equal to his principal plus his interest, which is his principal plus principal times rate times the number of years. So I've got numbers for some of those. 4216 equals, he's got his P plus P times R times N. Now R is 6%, 6 over 100, times N, which is 4 years. Therefore we have P plus, and we go 6 over 100 times 4. 6 divided by 100 divided by 4. Nope, I did that wrong. 6 divided by 100, then times 4. 0.24. 0.24p. And that's 1p. These are like terms. $1.24p is equal to his original $4,216. To solve that, we need to divide each side by the decimal of 1.24. We can do that on our calculator, or we can multiply by 100, multiply by 100 and get to integers, but boy, that's going to be taking a lot longer. Now that we're allowed to use our calculator, we sure should. $42.16 divided by that amount, and looking for it, $3,400. So we borrowed $3,400. At the end of the 4 years, he wound up paying back $4,216, but he had the money when he needed it that way. And that's it for 5. We'll start 6 in a minute. Okay, so the radio costs $80 normally, and then it's discounted by 10%. Find the discount and find the sale price. So we're knocking 10% off, so we're going to go ahead and take 100% and subtract 10% to find 90%. And therefore we have 90 over 100 is equal to the price we're going to have to pay instead of $80, which is the old standard price. And therefore here we're going to find out that P is going to divide by 100. We're going to go 90 times 80, those two on top of the 100, and that'll give us 72. How much is the discount? Discount, we take the old 80 minus 72, and we get $8 off. So those are the two things that we need. The digital camera is on sale for $460. This is 18% off the list price. Find the list price. Now they're telling you what it is now, and you got to go find the bigger price it started at. So we start with 100, and we subtract the 18%. Come out of here with 82. And therefore now we have 82% of the full price. And we don't know the full price, but we know 460 is the discounted price that's going on now. And this would be the full price. So now the full price is equal to, we're going to divide by 82. So we'll take the 460 and the 100. Divide by 82. This says to the nearest cent. So we'll take 460 times 100 divided by 82. Times 100 and dividing by 82. 60.975. It is 560.975. So now we go with 0.975 and go like to 0.980 and 0.98. So this is going to get me to 560.98. Of course, probably MSRP. We know the way things end. It's probably 560.99, but there you go. Headphones are discounted from 240% to 190%. So we got to find out what the discount is. So discount is equal to 240 minus 190. $50 off. Percent of the discount must take what you got off, which is your $50, over the original price. It doesn't matter which is higher or lower. You're going to go for change. You base it on the original, not the thing that just became the price. The original was 240. You're going to multiply that by 100%. $50 divided by 240 and multiply that by 100%. Nearest integer they're asking for when this thing shows up as 20.8. Okay, that looks more like 21%. The doctor ordered dosage to increase by 40%. The new dosage is 21 cc's. This problem are problems you're going to have to know how to do. I'm not all that interested in whether or not you knew years ago how to do a problem like finding the tip or finding the discount like that. I really want to know if you can work with percents dealing with percent change. And that's why 7 and 9 are problems you're going to need to be able to handle. On this, the 7 and 9 on this homework review that we have here. Okay, we have a 40% increase. We begin with 100%, but the doctor makes it higher. So she has now ordered 140%. 140 over 100 is equal to, and now the new dosage is 21 cc's. So you have to decide, is the new like the 140% or is the new like the 100%? And the new is the 140%. So that's where you put the 21 cc's. And here's where you go with the old dosage. And then we're going to divide here by the 140. So we're going to take our 21 cc's, multiply by 100, and divide by 140. And the cc's as units will stick around for our answer. It's a word problem. We'll probably have units in the answer. 21 times 100 divided by 140. 15. The old smaller cc's, right? The smaller dosage was only 15 before it got increased. We added 40%, which is 2/5. A fifth of that would be 3. 2 3s would be 6. 6 more makes it a 21. But this is what the old dosage used to be. And that covers a lot of the content we have here with our percents.